So we think it could have been somewhere here, the place of the skull. People looked across and saw the skull there and they said Golgotha, the skull. And there's a tradition that the Jews would bring their criminals here and stone them to death.
Wow.
That's the way they got rid of criminals, the Jews. Now that was not a very nice way of getting rid of someone.
I read that Isaac's.
Stephen was
I read that Abraham was going to.
Yes.
Not Abraham.
Abraham and Isaac.
Yeah,
He was going
Abraham was going to sacrifice his son on this very place.
Well, we believe it could be.
Possibly.
Can't be sure. Well,
No.
all we're told in Genesis about that, Abraham took Isaac to the land of Moriah.
Mount Moriah.
It doesn't actually say Mount Moriah.
No,
there.
the land
It
of
talks about Mount Moriah elsewhere, but in Genesis it only says took him to the land of Moriah. So we can't be sure.
Moriah meaning.
What the name of the land, the area.
Uh-huh.
But there was a Mount Moriah, and this is it.
Yeah.
It used to go all the way over, right under the city. But King Solomon cut this chunk out when he wanted stone to build the temple and the city. So he left this gap in the mountain, and that skull, just a natural feature in the rock when he finished. So we believe the Jews would stone their criminals here. When the Romans arrived, they stopped all of that, no more stoning. They crucified their criminals. And we think that they use this same place. Now most people come here and they think, up there, that's where it happened.
Down
On a
here.
hill far away, stood an old rugged cross and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
Trouble is, that hymn writer never came and did our tour.
That's
Because
right.
we could have told him right. Because they always crucified down by the side of the road.
I believe so. And it was me about.
Yes.
So whenever
Feet.
you see it up on the hill.
Am I right to say that the
Yes.
crucifixion site, the feet
Yeah,
were
the
only
cross
about
is-
2 feet off the
Yeah,
ground?
the cross is, if this is the road,
They weren't like.
person on the cross, eye to eye with you as you were walking by.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
you
what I
would
heard
see
as
that
well.
suffering.
Yeah.
And you'd see that sign over their head that said why they were there.
Yeah.
So thief, or murderer,
Yeah.
king of the Jews.
Yeah.
So if you were walking along the road and you saw that person in agony and you read that sign, what else would it say to you?
Don't do that.
Don't do it, yeah.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Look what he did and look what's happening.
Yeah.
You don't want to be there. So somewhere in this area here, the place of the skull. Now I was up here one year, a few years back, and there's a young lady in the group, quite a big group, and she got really mad. No, they crucified him on top of the hill. The Bible says so.
Where?
I said, show me.
Exactly, show me where.
So she sat in the corner over there, thumbing through her Bible while I was talking, all the Gospels, and yet it doesn't, does it?
No.
At least she admitted
Yeah.
she was wrong.
I had no choice.
Well,
All I can
the Bible
say,
doesn't say he was crucified on top of any
No,
rock.
it just says at the
It's just
place
at
of the skull.
because whatever you see, he's taking his cross and he's going and it's
Yeah,
on
it's
the hill
that-
and
well, it's
they're on the top of the
Golgotha.
hill.
That's
and
right.
It's
Just at the place, and with this we believe, the place of the skull.
Yeah.
By the road.
Yeah.
Where the Romans crucified people.
And outside the city walls.
Yes, very definitely. I said Holy
No.
Sepulchre back then was
it's
outside.
strange. It's strange. I usually get little light in
this?
my
What
eyes
about
if
this?
something is right,
Oh yes.
What about this?
or in my left peripheral.
So you're getting a little light now, or not?
Not unfortunately.
Oh,
no.
dear.
I'd
It
like
doesn't
to
always
see it.
happen, does it?
It doesn't know. This is the
Doesn't
exception
always.
that proves the rule then.
Perhaps it's
Oh no,
because
no, darling.
can't
I
see
wouldn't-
that, can you?
perhaps it's because we're up here though,
Perhaps
Mum,
it's
because
because
it was right the way down there.
Yeah, it had been down.
you're not-
I
yeah.
remember in those days it was further down there
That's for
because they had to make it level for the buses.
Yeah.
So it's way down there. So it's
But-
that's probably
Yeah, it could be,
You know
darling.
something?
That's why.
Some people get very upset when they come up here. They say, well, if this is where Jesus was crucified, why is it a bus station?
Oh, it should
Well,
never
yeah,
be.
well, a bit of history's
Don't
gone
do
by.
anything now.
To get down to anything biblical, we've got to
That's
go
something
down.
that you can't
We're going
stop,
down
is it?
2,000 years of
They've-
scratch,
they've-
aren't we?
you know, they've
Shall I
looked
tell you
over
what I
some
say?
No,
things.
go on.
Isn't it good? And that makes them even more upset.
Oh,
So I said,
Oh, no,
now
nothing
look,
like that.
they could have built a big ugly church over the top, and that would have really wrecked it.
Well, yeah.
Because what did you do when you went in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre? I bet you walked around ever so quietly, and you
Yeah.
whispered, and you crept
I
around.
didn't kiss that stone, mate. I'll tell you that much.
Now, where was Jesus crucified? Not in some holy bubble inside a church, but right in somewhere like this, and not in the mess of the
In the
world.
midst of the world.
Yeah.
Like,
So I say, great.
it's more Ishtar
The
based, that
Gospels
place, isn't it?
say that people were going in and out,
Right.
walking past the
Walking
cross.
past.
Others were standing watching. And here, they're coming
They're
in and
doing
out
the
all the
same.
time.
So what did we actually visit yesterday? Then and all that
You forget what you
potpourri and
visit.
all that nonsense.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
What would he? Because it was supposed to be the birthplace of Jesus Christ, wasn't it?
Oh, that's-
Oh, Bethlehem.
Oh, Bethlehem.
Where they've got the big red
And the
star,
sycamore
looks like the
tree.
sun
Oh, that's in
again.
Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bethlehem.
Yes.
Tree then, all about the sycamore tree there.
That they were showing us.
Showed us a big
In
sycamore
Bethlehem.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've no
That
idea
No,
how the Catholics get excited about all
No.
sorts
Well,
of
no
things.
time.
Yeah, well, see, our
Catholics, no
tour guide,
way.
Well, you know
one of
what?
the tour was a
They
Catholic,
say,
so-
oh, there's a bit of the true cross here. There are so many bits of the true cross. You could build a boat with them.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and every one of them working
If
for their
they
salvation.
only
I
knew
think they have to work for
who
it.
their
Yeah.
so-called Holy Father was.
But we
They
think
wouldn't
it
like
could
it to know
have. We
about
think
it.
it could have been somewhere here. But
Yes.
the place does not matter.
No, what matters? He did the job.
Yeah.
All the
Matters
job,
is
paid in
remember
full.
who it was on the cross.
Yeah, so.
That it was Jesus, the Son of God, and the
Hallelujah.
reason that he
Amen.
was there, he died for us.
That's right.
Not because of anything he did.
Yeah.
No, I'm not because
That's us,
and we
it's,
can't earn it.
No, we can't.
No,
So,
we can't do it.
and it was awful and painful for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But for us, it's good news, isn't
he
it?
crucified,
Well, yeah,
he nailed,
because
We know we're going to come back in millennium.
literally became sin and nailed it to the cross.
And we're going. Jesus Christ is going to meet us. He's going to take us to the Mount of Olives.
Well, we'll meet
Either
the Lord
that
in
or
the
you
air.
get on a 275
Yeah,
bus over
that's-
there.
There'll be none of this then.
That will take you to the Mount of Olives.
You come and clarify it all one of these days.
Anyway, shall we move back into the garden?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fascinating though, isn't it? I know.
Yeah. Now the easy
I'll
bit's
tell you
downhill.
what.
We just get to the top and we're going, don't we?
That'd be like more like a bunch of time.
The shape of the dot is best viewed from down there, see that skull? Best viewed from the bus station.
Yeah. Makes
Or
sense.
from the
doesn't
road.
it, what he's saying.
Yeah, it all makes sense to me. See, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that one.
Visualise it now, I can't.
So Golgotha, this is Golgotha, which means place of the skull.
Why would you, you know, they would say
he was
to us
crucified
yesterday
at
that that
Golgotha.
means it was all in gold and I
Plus,
so you wouldn't
he's
be.
outside the city walls. They wouldn't crucify him inside the city walls
No,
because of their traditions.
yeah.
Plus, he just wouldn't like. And plus, crucifixion was a Roman method of. Amen. Amen. He's prepared heaven for everybody. Hallelujah. Make sure not leaving objects in it too. Not taking rocks. Yeah, well, yep. And I'll look down there, Ev. The tombstone. Amen. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Hallelujah. We do every day.
We got to, yeah. Hallelujah.
And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. Isaiah 11:1. Amen. Have it cool for money.
I know, but it did say please don't.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
it's human. That's human laws. Yeah.
It's
a beautiful little garden, isn't it?
today.
Yeah, look at the pomegranate, look.
Oh, yeah.
See him on the trees? Jill doesn't know what pomegranate tree looks like, so she will.
This is a pomegranate tree.
Jill, here's a pomegranate tree.
Oh, yeah.
See it, yeah? That's what it about. Big as an apple tree, small apple tree.
I come from Warwickshire.
Treads the wine press.
The wine press, yes. So what does the wine press tell us about this place 2,000 years ago? That's how old it is.
Yeah, it's just by being a wine press.
Yeah,
What
but it
is it,
tells us
brother?
something
Is it-
about, what does St. John say about the place? In the place where Jesus was crucified, there was a garden. The wine press tells us that it was a vineyard, a working, productive garden.
Yeah.
So someone was growing vines, producing grapes,
Yeah.
and making wine right here.
Why would a
What
wine
was his
press be
first
otherwise?
miracle? To make, what was his first
Turning
miracle?
water into wine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
first miracle.
But there was a vineyard here. So I'm going to move us over into the shade now. Let's just go back a bit. Come and have a seat.
Jesus Christ declared with power that was supposed to be the Son of God
Now, this is where we hope the brakes to work.
by the resurrection from the dead. Romans 1:4. Amen.
Come and have a seat and I'll tell you a bit about it. That's it, sit yourself down for a minute. Right, the brakes on that, hold on. I think they're all right.
Those will be running after her.
We will. Okay, so at the edge of the garden, the rich man's tomb come out of the rock, just down here. So we say, who owns this garden? Is it Joseph of Arimathea?
That's
He's
right.
rich and important, and he's a believer in Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And as Jesus is dying on the cross, Joseph says, we must bury this man properly.
Yeah.
I know, we can put him in my tomb. It's just sitting there empty. Do you know what happened to someone who was crucified in those days?
No.
There's no ceremony afterwards. Your body would just be thrown on the rubbish heap for the dogs and the birds.
Oh, dear.
So Joseph said, that's not right for Jesus. We'll put him in my tomb. It's just there waiting.
Joseph was old enough to
So what does he have to do before he can do that?
Take him down off the cross.
Yeah, but
He has to
before
go
he
to
does that,
soldiers and ask for the body.
he has to ask for the body. And he doesn't, not just the soldiers, they don't have the authority. Has to go and see Pontius Pilate.
Yeah.
So he has to go into the old city and find him. Probably takes a while.
He was quite a
bit of a
ruthless man, wasn't he, in himself? But he could find no sin in him.
Pilate is surprised for two reasons. First, why does he want the body? People don't usually worry. Second, is he dead already? Only 6 hours and he's dead. It can take 3 days on one of those crosses. A
Yeah.
long time. But he
Horrendous.
says yes. Go on, take it, go away. What's the next thing Joseph does? He goes shopping. Who likes shopping?
How long did it take to win that then?
Not me.
Well, he had to go and buy the cloth for the grave clothes. He had to buy herbs and spices to put on the body. And then he and his friends could take the body off the cross, and carry it to the tomb. Now all that takes time. Jesus died about 3 o'clock. Sunset somewhere between 6:30 and 7. And at sunset, eve of the Sabbath, everything stops. The tomb had to be sealed up with the body inside. And they didn't finish all the preparation work. They had to leave the body inside, close it up with a stone that rolls over the front, and go away. And that's why Mary Magdalene and some of the other women came back on Sunday morning. They wanted to finish the job.
Yeah,
But they had a big problem. What did they say to
It's
us?
empty.
They didn't believe him, did they?
First problem, who's going to move the stone? They didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it was empty. Who's going to move that stone so that we can go and put all the herbs and spices on properly? But it was gone.
Yeah.
And they ran away because they were afraid. They didn't know what was going on. And they brought Peter and John. And they came running. And when they all looked inside, what did they see there?
An empty tomb and a stone rolled away.
And the body. 2 sets of cloth. There had been a bit around Jesus' head and another bigger piece from his neck down to his feet. So the 2 sets just lying on the shelf inside the tomb where his body had been. And then there was the angel. The angel told them what had happened. And the Gospel will tell us what he said. You're looking for Jesus. He's not here,
Yeah.
for he is risen.
Why'd you look for the living
Yeah,
among the dead?
that's right. And that's why the garden is here, to celebrate that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, he was buried, and on the 3rd day was raised again. He is alive.
Amen.
And that's what everyone who comes here will find out. You know, you just walk through the gate, no one pays to come into this place because the gospel is free for everyone.
Oh, yes.
Jews come, Muslims come, and people of no faith at all. And sometimes some of those folk find that they meet with the risen Jesus while they're here.
Really? I was going to ask you if there's many conversions happened.
Healing, all sorts of
I just
sicknesses
want.
and problems while they're here in this garden.
Wow.
We can think of instances we've had where people have gone out looking as though they're 6 inches taller,
Wow, wow, wow.
weighed down, and they go out a new person. So, yeah, a special place for many, many people. And maybe this is the place.
Maybe I'll go out today without having to use this ibuprofen gel
Oh, maybe.
back
You
cream,
never
which I
know.
have to carry everywhere with me.
You never know.
You never know.
I pray, Lord, that you remove that from me today, this day, amen.
But people come in, all sorts of relationships and fears, problems that they're dealt with here. I remember one lady who came in a few years ago, she'd been carrying a burden for about 50 years because she thought her dad didn't approve of the work she'd been doing when she was younger. Now, she was supposed to be a ballet dancer in Paris. She actually was a dancer at the Moulin Rouge.
Oh.
So when we went past the Moulin
Oh, right.
Rouge about
Yeah.
50 years, there was a picture of her twice life size,
Right.
dressed in a couple of feathers.
Oh.
Right.
But she had been 50 years.
But
She
Jesus
thought her
accompanied
dad
himself.
didn't approve.
With what he didn't accompany himself with.
But my wife used to work for her dad,
Sorry,
and she could tell her, yes, your dad did approve. He told everyone.
He was proud
He was
of you.
proud of her.
Oh.
And she went away rejoicing.
Hallelujah. Like he surrounded himself with prostitutes and bankers and money changers.
Yeah, so it happens to all sorts of people for all sorts of reasons.
Yeah, amen, yeah.
People find their peace, don't they?
And his
So
new one
when you look
piece.
inside the tomb,
His
you're
perfect
going to see
peace.
it's in 2 parts.
Right.
So the door you can see down there takes you into the left-hand side. Now the left-hand side, that is a weeping or preparation area. That's where you do your weeping over the person who's died, and you'd prepare the body for burial. Originally there's a shelf at the back where you'd put the body. Then when you've done that, the body's moved over to the right, the burial area, and there's 3 spaces in there, one at the back, one at the side, the far side, and one at the front. So when Joseph said, "Oh, we can put Jesus' body in the tomb, in my tomb," he wasn't worried. There's still room if he had died the next day.
Yeah.
Two
Put
empty
on the
spaces.
shelf, yeah.
3 shelves. All the shelves have disappeared now. They've gone, but you can see where they would have been. He also wasn't worried because do you know what they did in those days? A body would only be in the tomb for a year.
Alright.
Then the tomb would be reopened and there'd be nothing left except bones.
Yeah.
And they would all be gathered together and put in a stone box. It's called an ossuary.
Right.
Hundreds of them in museums and churches around town. We've got one down there. And that will be taken somewhere else.
Right.
And then that space in the tomb is empty and you can use it again.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realise
That's
that.
what tombs were used again and again.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So, and we know that this one was used for burials over a period of about 1,000
It was
years.
just basically a decomposition area
Yeah,
to start
that's right.
with, and then
Yes, then the bones were gathered up, moved, and you start all over again.
yeah. Well, yeah,
I didn't realise.
makes sense.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
paid a lot of money to have it dug. You might as well make use
Yeah,
of
make
it.
use of
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what
But
it
that
looks
would have
like.
been used just for Joseph's family then?
Probably just the
Or
family
his
too.
friends
Yes.
or...
But you know, there's a little joke that goes around. You know, the Sanhedrin, the Jewish governing council, they were
Looking for any excuse through the law.
They didn't like him. And Joseph, a member of the Sanhedrin, they all turned against him afterwards. They said, "Joseph, what are you doing? Why do you want to put that bad man Jesus in your tomb for? It cost you such a lot of money." So Joseph said, "Oh, well, he only wanted it for the weekend."
That's how he said, yeah. Amazing, eh?
Oh, that.
Amazing.
But he didn't know that at the time.
No,
did he?
at the time he didn't, no.
For the weekend.
Oh, of course he didn't know that at the time. No, I'm thinking about it.
Anyway, you're welcome to go down and have a look inside.
now. Fantastic.
No.
Are we going to manage to get you down the steps there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll manage. We'll leave him.
I'll down and I'll do it right there. I'll leave the you.
There's only
No,
10
you'll
steps
come down.
Indeed,
10,
you will.
10 steps down, or 10,
10
or 11
steps down and 10 up. You've got to
and then
stick.
back up again.
You've got to manage this one, I think.
You've
Lovely.
definitely got to manage this one.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You
No,
must.
please.
You will do it.
Please don't.
No, don't pull it.
Come on.
No, I don't. No.
You are coming to the tomb